I'm not going to dog out Kanye West. I'm going to commend him for him standing out there alone. Because the brother's out there by himself. Where's Jay-Z? Where's Diddy? Where's all the top people in hip-hop at? Where they at? I'm just saying, where they at? You know, nobody ever takes in consideration, and it was even something that I had to come to terms with. Nobody ever takes in consideration when you're looking at someone like a Kanye West, the amount of trauma that this man has dealt with since he's been in this space. Okay, let's just talk about the trauma. And then the trauma, after he's been through that trauma, then he's also dealing with the trauma, allegedly, of the Kardashians trying to either take his children from him or possibly cause harm to them, allegedly. Then you have the trauma of his handlers threatening his life. Then you had the trauma, allegedly, from what I heard, was that there were psychiatric cats. I mean, there was doctors that, psychiatric doctors that were putting him on and under, they were hypnotizing him. Or how about the time whenever they went ahead and locked his ass up and they put him in a hospital and they had him on a restraining bed, allegedly. Okay? Let's talk about all those different traumas. Now, yeah, granted, he definitely made some mistakes and he definitely made some piss poor ass choices. I'm not going to take that away from him either, but he didn't deserve that. You guys are forgetting this is the same Kanye West when he first came out with College Dropout that said George Bush don't like black people. This is the same dude. That's that same dude. Now, does he have narratives? Yes. Does he purposely drop certain information at a certain particular time because he's looking to capitalize off it? Yes. But I don't see what he's doing any different than what the rest of them do. All he's doing is playing the same game that they played. He's just playing it better. And now they have an intelligent brother who's a billionaire that's coming out and speaking his knowledge. And now he's taking it upon himself to get the message out there. And he's saying that the only being that's protecting him is the Most High. He's doing the Most High's work. Right? I want you guys to always remember one thing in this journey through life. Everybody makes mistakes. This is one of those situations where I think you guys are not realizing the times that we're living in. And what you're witnessing is something actually very revolutionary. Okay? Now, some of you guys will say, oh, what stage or this, that, and the third. I see a brother who's worth $11 billion. He is the richest, quote unquote, African-American man on the planet right now. $11 billion. And you know what he's doing? He's coming out and he's speaking and saying the things that he needs to say. And the message is really for all of us to begin to start questioning what it is that we allowed, what it is that we have given a pass to, the fact that we've been so complacent. We are living in a time right now where we can't turn a blind eye to anything anymore. Right? We can't just put our head in the sand and act like we don't see this. I have never seen, and the reason why I'm talking about this from a music perspective, because a lot of you guys always complain and say, well, these people that are in the music, that's in the music industry, that has large platforms, they'll never come out and speak on our behalf. And then when someone does come out and speak out on our behalf, you guys want to find fault with him in every little thing that he does, instead of paying attention to the message. Okay, what we're not going to do today is we're not going to shoot down the messenger today. Some things needed to be said, period, point blank. Nobody on this live and anybody that listens to this live has any business or any right to pass judgment on anyone but themselves. There's not a single person that I've come across, and y'all know the type of healing work that I do. There's not a single person I've come across that doesn't have issues, that isn't being judged themselves for things that they've done, that they are judging themselves on, or that people are not, or people haven't done something that they're ashamed of. There's not a single person I've come across that hasn't experienced these things in life. So before you get on your high horse and you start judging people, look in the mirror first. Because to judge him means is to judge you, because you're not separate from Kanye. You're not separate from Kanye. You're not separate from me. You're not separate from anybody else out here. You're still all a part of the whole. Period. And basically, what I'm seeing is the writing on the wall with these house Negroes. The writing was on the wall with them all the way across the board. It's like I had to unsubscribe from the damn Drink Champ show. I had to unsubscribe from following Nori on the shit. I had to unsubscribe. I can't do it. Because now I look at you differently now. I understand why you did what you did. You had to save your family. You got your own family to feed. You got a show to maintain. I get it. But I'm thinking that certain people are living under the illusion that if they continue to kiss their master's ass, that eventually won't come back and bite them in the ass down the road. It always comes back around and bites them in the ass down the road, especially when you turn on your own people for a damn check. And that's what I saw Noriega do. He turned on his brother for a paycheck. Period. So I get why he did what he did. I get why Diddy had him probably pull that down off the network. I get it. He's got some type of contract with who? Time Warner or one of them cable companies he got a contract with. Them very same people that Kanye West was talking about. He got that contract with them folks allegedly. How many are you prepared to take back your communities and get those foreigners up out your shit? If you ain't about that life, then what are we talking about? Because the only people that are giving these people passes to be in our community and circulate our dollar back to their community while they're not pouring back into our community is us. So if you're about that life, then this is what needs to happen then. What needs to happen is that there needs to be group conversations within the city and the town that you live at. And there needs to be a movement created where we say, we not supporting this shit no more. Stop buying their damn liquor. Stop going into their liquor stores. Go into a black-owned liquor store. Stop going into their grocery stores. Go into black-owned grocery stores. Start putting your money together on a collective of people who you know is trying to come up and try to do some things. Start redirecting your dollar to those people so they can hire good customer service because they have enough money to pay for that. Let's start supporting our local black farmers. Stop spending money outside of yourselves. Are you capable of doing that? Because if you ain't capable of doing that, then what are we talking about? See, when you start talking about activism, March ain't gonna do it, but hitting them pockets gonna do it. Buying their cars, stop buying their cars, that's gonna do it. Stop buying all their shit, that's gonna do it. Stop buying all their designer clothes, that's gonna do it. Ladies, I know damn well, let me just speak for myself. When I used to live in Atlanta, I would go straight to the boutiques and get my clothes from the black-owned boutiques from those sisters over there and right off of Ralph David Abernathy. There's an African market over there. I stop right over there and a couple other boutiques and support those sisters who have boutiques every single time. And people are like, damn, where'd you get that outfit or where'd you get that person? I'm gonna tell them, you need to go support the sister up the street because it's good quality product. The only difference is that it's not a known designer that's on it, but it's still good quality product. Now I got a seamstress that's actually sewing up my dresses and shit that are made to order now. I'm on some whole other shit. But we need to get back to supporting our own people. If you're talking about bringing in a revolution, you bring in a revolution not through violence. You bring in a revolution by stop putting your dollars inside these damn companies and these corporations, and they will fall right to their faces. See, for far too long, you had the presidency that was always pandering for the black vote. But the black voters never said what they wanted for their vote, so they would just give it away. You can't expect these people to give you anything in this particular type of system that we're operating under because the system wasn't built for you. What does that mean? That means a new system has to be created specifically for us. And they ain't got nothing to do with that system. We don't spend money with them, we spend money with us. We do our own banks. And this needs to be a collective thing that takes place all across the country, not just one place. This needs to happen like in 50 different states. You need to start supporting Black-owned builders, those who build houses, Black-owned financing. Okay? You need to support different types of schooling now, not the old schooling that we've been used to doing all this time. Nah, we don't need that shit no more. We need to start investing in mystery schools where we learn the arts of alchemy and science and mathematics and technology and how we work together with nature and technology to create a harmony between technology and nature. Where's all my engineers at? Where's all my mathematicians at? Where's all my astronomers at? Where y'all at? We need y'all. Some of y'all are already getting downloads on how to build up technology with crystals. Don't you know our ancestors back in the day had crystal cities set up in Chicago? Had crystal cities set up all over the world? And they tore all that shit down? Well, we're turning back to that now. We got to get back to our old tribal ways. We got to go back to our shit, our indigenous ways. We have to go back to that. We got to go back to our ancestry. We got to go back to our roots. That's what we're supposed to be doing, babies. You got suns in the sky. And there's more suns coming. And it's going to get hotter and hotter on this planet. You got dimensions upon dimensions that have opened up on Kai. You got 2 million fallen angels on the surface of this planet right now that came up from Agartha. You got more creatures that are coming up from Agartha. And you got the oceans that are now spilling water inside the center of the planet right now, even as we speak. So whether these beings or these people want to deal with it or not, it's happening. Further, the sun is flashing. And I know you heard me guys say to you about the great solar flash. You guys think it's a game. The sun is flashing. There's video footage of the sun flashing. Do you think it's a game with that sun flash? This ain't no fake sun flashing, y'all. This is Ra. This is Nemesis. Make it. Are you going to be healed enough to be able to let go when it's time for you to transform, to become the 5D body that you're supposed to be? And what did I tell y'all was the 5D bodies? Y'all remember? I said 5D bodies are what? Suns, planets. Those are 5D bodies. So some of you guys are going to turn into planets. Some of you guys are going to turn into suns. It's your choice as to what you want to transform into. But that's what the 5D bodies look like. So if you think that you're going to have this physical body after that great solar flash, let me inform you, you're not going to have a physical body, not in the way that you're thinking. The planet's going to be 999 degrees. Do you think that this organic material that we call a body is going to be able to stand 999 degrees? You can't even handle 120 degrees. How are you going to handle 999 degrees? The best thing you can do is to get your spirit ready for the ascension that they speak about. When they're talking about ascension, they're talking about ascending past the 3D and the 4D realms. You're ascending past it in consciousness. You're ascending past it by taking care of your vessel. You're ascending past it, meaning that you're graduating to another level. You said your wig will blow back. Crystalline DNA. That is correct, baby. And those of you, those guys, for those of you who are currently looking at your skin and you're seeing the sparklies on your skin, Black Magic 363 had put a video up of his skin sparkling, and I just smiled I said that brother's getting a lot of sun. I told you guys to get as much sun as possible so your body can get acclimated to the heat. Are you doing that? Or is your melanin actually sparkling now? Why are people so confused and unsure? How can people in general gain clarity and certainty? People are confused because people are not paying attention to the times. Y'all gotta understand that a lot of people really believe in this fake system that's currently running right now. And what's happening is that this entire system is crumbling right before everyone's eyes. I told you guys 2 years ago, get ready to get off the system. Now, granted, some of you new kids on the block didn't know anything about me, but I did speak to quite a few people when I said, you need to start preparing to get yourself back to getting back in tune with nature. You might want to consider getting off the grid and living off the grid so you get used to being in that space, right? People are confused because they're seeing the world crumble. They're seeing that when they go to a store, they can't even buy real food anymore. Everything that they buy inside the United States is processed food. And let me put y'all up on game about something real quick. I'm going to give a warning out to you cheese eaters, all you that love to eat cheese. I want you to make sure that you're looking at the ingredients of the cheese and take a look at all the aluminum that they're actually putting inside the cheese.